Savages sure did a number on them. I took a closer look at those vehicles. Never seen weaponry like that before.
Didn't do these people any good.
Yeah. Might do us some, though.
What are you thinking?
Maybe the main force broke off when they were attacked. If you can salvage some of their tech, I think I can cobble together something that'll pack a punch.
You can do that?
Old man might have taught me a thing or two that stuck.
Yak could be proud. I'll have a look around.
Zahidi, how badly do you need that antenna?
Well, to be honest, I've been having some problems pinpointing the signal since we entered the desert. I've just been guiding us on best guesses. But with proper equipment,
I get it. We need it. I'll radio when I've cleared the way. This is definitely a military outpost, but I don't recognize the insignia. At least, it's obvious now where those feral aliens got their weapons from.
It has to make you wonder. If we had enemies like these ferals on our side of the gate, would we have been too busy to start fighting each other?
Well, wouldn't that have been sweet? Hey, there's a pile of reports here.
You're kidding. From the people who were here. What's in them?
It looks like they encountered the same hostile natives as we did. They called them ferals. They established this fort as a base to send out scouting parties, trying to track the ferals down. But eventually, the ferals found them.
Doesn't look like anyone survived.
The name Monroy appears a lot. I think he was their leader.
Monroy?
I wonder if some of the vehicles broke formation after the attack. They could be somewhere off the road. I should widen my search. I bet Channa can do something with this.
Hey, tell me something. What was Jakub like back on Earth? Was he always the bitter asshole who emotionally traumatized my childhood?
He was by far the bitterest asshole I've ever met from day one.
Yeah, I figured.
He was also the most fiercely loyal friend I've ever had.
It's okay, right? That I hate him still, as much as I miss him?
He was what he was. I trusted him with my life, but I knew better than to expect him to be something he wasn't. Or to get back any money I loaned him.
I'd pay you back for my inheritance, but he left me fuck all.
Just the kind of thing Channa's looking for.
Hey, I always wondered, those glasses from Earth Jakub carried around, were they real?
What do you mean? His AR specs?
When I was a kid, he never stopped talking about how he used to be able to do countless things with them. I figured it was all lies.
Nah, they were real ones. But pretty much as pointless on Earth as they were here.
I've got some tech that seems to be intact still.
What's your preference?
You hear that? It's a digital relay device. What the hell's it supposed to be relaying?
Our signal.
Our signal? Was them? But how was it playing when I landed? How is that even possible?
It's not. It's not possible. Only one interstellar ship ever left Earth. Ours.
Then who were they?
Doesn't matter. Those coordinates. We find them, we plug in, and we contact the damn Flores.
looks like we weren't the first humans here. I'm seeing a number of dead bodies.
The same people whose vehicles we saw? Out in the sand?
Possibly. I'm guessing this party was sent out by Monroy, from that fort. Doesn't look like these guys had much more luck.
Any more clues to who they were, what they were doing here, would be quite fascinating. Keep your eyes open.
Zahidi, I found some writing. Seems to be anthropological notes from a Dr. Indiro Casio.
A scientist among Monroy's people? What did she find?
She was documenting what happened from the day they met the natives. Pax, they called them. Description matches August. She says they were welcomed with open arms.
Pax. Yes, that would certainly fit August. Incredible.
I found some pages written by Monroy, these people's leader. He led the raiding party into this canyon, believing it was the Feral's base, that he could root them out.
Maybe they were trying to help August's people.
Tiago, does August know anything about this Monroy?
I tried asking, but August won't speak about this place to me.
Zahidi, what do you make of the structures in this canyon?
I'm trying to date them. They're certainly ancient, like the ruins in the jungle or August's village. But I had no idea August's people were capable of such colossal stonework.
I don't think we've scratched the surface of what August's people were capable of. You all have to see this.
August. What happened here?
Incoming! Get out of there! Now!
Shit. Hide! In there! Go!
August, get behind me. Here! You giant cockroaches! I'm right here! Just help me!
What the hell happened to August?
August's people weren't wiped out by savages.
They became savages.
Why would they do that?
Outrider, we're burying August's body. Do you want to join us?
I'm not there yet. I'm gonna stay a bit longer. Take another look through the camp's remains. Found something you should know about. More of Monroy's writing. Seems he discovered the same thing we did. About the Pax transforming.
Does he say why? Why they would do that to themselves?
No. Only that he and his men stayed here for some time, studying and experimenting on the obelisk, trying to understand its powers while repelling non-stop attacks. But when he learned that his fort had fallen, he finally retreated back to his colony.
His colony? That means there could be more of them out there. We should look for them. After we find the signal.
Whenever you're ready to head out, we'll be waiting for you at camp. Outrider, I don't want to alarm the others, but we're not alone. I can see someone out there, wandering.
A wanderer, huh? Stay here. I'll check it out.
You again.
Seems we're searching for the same thing, but for different reasons. There's another monolith I need to examine over yonder, but the danger is too great.
You can't handle these creatures? I really find that hard to believe.
I don't fear the creatures. I fear what I would do to them. What I would unleash. But the monolith holds secrets. Perhaps there is a way back. Could you aid me in reaching it? You will be compensated.
Count me in.
What he said about fearing what he'd unleash. How long has he been altered? How long before the same happens to me? Maybe indulging him might get me some answers.
The monolith I seek is in a hidden chamber, accessible only to true children of Enoch. You have the fire of Enoch flowing in your blood. Find the broken bridge. The secret chamber will be nearby. Tell me, the Pax you had with you, where is the native now?
August transformed into one of those ferals, attacked us, and I didn't have a choice.
None of them did.
Did you know about the Pax? Why they changed?
The obelisk, Outrider. Find it, and you may have your answers.
Whoa. I don't know how I did that, but I made it work. Something got activated on the other side of the bridge.
Then I was right about you. I didn't actually believe it. But you really are one of us, more than you know. Hurry now. Clear a path to the monolith. The end is near.
Why do you care about the obelisk?
I care about the knowledge it might bring me. Knowledge of what lies beyond the possible.
Mister? I don't know what you're talking about.
Then you're more fortunate than me. Stand back. I can't foresee the reaction.
What reaction? Are you insane?
if I was? Yes. Finally. I know what I need to do. Your compensation.
We're so close. The signal's coming from just beyond this ridge.
Stay on the lookout. You see any movement, run.
Zahedi, I found some more writing from Monroy's people. I think we must be approaching their colony. It seems Monroy didn't believe the Pax were so peaceful. When their tech started getting fried, he suspected the Pax were trying to sabotage him. Then, just as a storm was brewing up, they caught the Pax doing one of their obelisk rituals.
Did Monroy think the Pax were causing the storms?
I, thought the same thing when I first saw August in those ruins in the forest.
Monroy ordered his soldiers to stop them. It was on that day that Dr. Indira recorded the first Pax deaths.
Please, collect all the writing you can find for me. Perhaps we can learn their story.
After the first big storms burned out most of their tech, sounds like Monroy got furious. He demanded explanations from the Pax and access to their powers. But they didn't understand. They offered everything they could. They led Monroy through the jungle to their sacred city.
Probably this city. The place we've discovered.
Pax took him to the Grand Temple, tried to show him how they communed with the anomaly. But Monroy thought it was a ploy to assassinate him. He ordered the executions of the Pax leaders and locked down the temple, until he could learn how to control it himself.
My God. Monroy, he misunderstood everything the Pax did.
There are countless cages here. They're filled with skeletons. They look like Pax skeletons. After they'd executed the Pax leaders, Monroy's people started moving into the city. This was their colony. They took over the homes of the Pax, forcing them to work for them, to serve them.
In other words, they made them slaves. They believed the loss of their machinery was the Pax's fault.
Doesn't matter what they believe. There's no excuse for enslaving another race.
There's traces of powerful energy here. Somebody unleashed this on them. But who? If there's someone else wiping out ferals, I need to know who they are. Seems Monroy had this Dr. Indira trying to research the obelisks and the powers of the Pax, but grew enraged when she didn't produce any results he could use.
Did he think science could produce results on demand?
She describes several incidents where Pax were caught trying to perform rituals with obelisks in secret, leading to more executions.
If only they'd let them conclude the rituals, they might have calmed the storms instead of letting them become inflamed.
You.
I've been waiting for you.
Did you know about all this? What Monroy's people did here?
I was a part of it. Tell me, Altered. Do you believe in absolution?
That depends on who's doing the absolving.
It breathes.
What are you doing?
No. What you want to know is who I am. I was the second in command in Monroy's army. I did everything he commanded. I studied the Pax. I learned their language. I knew my enemy. And then I exterminated them. Men, women, children. human project. To seize their powers and turn us into gods. Nothing seems foul when you win. But when we began to lose, my regrets grew. Until I chose exile and wandered the desert seeking death. Instead, I was afflicted with this condition. Ripped apart by a storm. And cursed with the very power we tried to steal. I was the first of us. But now, I've finally found a way to make things right. And bring back the children of Enoch.
How?
Enoch is ripping through me! I don't have much time left! Will you help me? Keep the creatures at bay until I'm ready!
You're fucking crazy! Make it quick!
Pax will walk Enoch once more. Come on, change. Please!
Enough! What's done is done. There is no absolution. You either live with it or you don't.
There must be a way. I will see you again, I fear. Another time. Another place.
There's gotta be hundreds of dead Pax here, executed, piled up. This whole city is a mass grave.
Monroy's people, they did this. I think it's getting real clear who the Pax were scared of, who they changed themselves into ferals to protect themselves from.
Seems like they got hit by the worst storm yet. Hundreds died, humans and Pax. Some of the obelisks were damaged too, so whatever the Pax once were doing to control the storms, they couldn't do it anymore. He feared an uprising, losing control as Pax started to abandon the city. Nikolai Galyatkin, Monroy made him general and put him in charge of weapons production.
No doubt the same weapons the ferals used against them later.
Monroy. This palace is covered with flags, all with... It's gotta be his face. He made himself king of the Pax.
A king?
A tyrant. Monroy was sending out raids to hunt down the fleeing Pax. And that's when the uprising he'd predicted finally found him. But it wasn't the Pax. At least, not as he expected.
The ferals. He never saw them coming.
But Monroy didn't retreat. That asshole dug in out there, in the desert, and tried to track them down where they were coming from. That's when he found the canyon and the great obelisk. He finally understood there who the ferals were. But that's when he got word that the city was under attack.
And so it was. The beginning of the end.
Found Dr. Indira's last journal.
How do you know?
Because she wrote it just before getting executed. By Monroy. She tried to broker a truce with the Pax, thinking she could stop the ferals if she surrendered Monroy to them. I've made it to the top. Palace is clear.
What do you see?
You better come up here and see for yourself.
This Monroy was a madman. Hey, there's a ship!
Is that the Caravel?
That's not possible. The Caravel never left Earth. Its engines exploded. Tens of thousands died.
Then what the hell are we looking at?
The source of the fucking signal. Monroy's signal. There's no place beyond the storm. It's coming from in there, protected from the anomaly, just like the uplink in your goddamn briefcase.
I don't fucking understand.
Neither do I. It doesn't make any sense. Everyone saw the Caravel explode during its construction. Even if the people left on Earth were able to rebuild the ship, they left after us. We were the first. Nevertheless, what's certain is that Monroy enslaved August's people. He butchered them, and they turned. They mutated into savages willingly, so they could fight back.
I'm done with all this. Whatever's waiting for you on that ship, I want no part of it.
Tiago, you can't leave us now.
I thought you weren't a deserter.
What they did to August's people. What our people did to August, don't you see? Thank you for letting me walk a ways with you.
We're going to finish this. We're finding a way into the Caravel.
There has to be a way inside the ship. I'll radio when I've secured a path.
There's no place beyond the anomaly. Why are we still heading to this stupid ship?
If the signal is shielded from the anomaly inside, it means we can use the uplink in there to contact the Flores. All the supplies, the resources, the tech. We're gonna bring them down today.
When the pack started to flee the city, Monroy rounded up every last one of them that stayed behind, that were loyal and trusting, and threw them into these labor camps.
But I know of the packs, they could not have survived long in there.
It was all Monroy. When he understood the packs were turning into ferals, he sent out an order to murder them all before they could transform.
All of them.
All but enough to run his camp. Monroy returned to the city to find it under siege. They battled for days, a complete bloodbath. And then, another storm hit. Monroy's people were decimated. That's when they spotted the Flores in orbit and called for help.
They started broadcasting the signal.
But it couldn't get through. Help never came. And Monroy ordered a retreat to their ship and locked it down. All this time, all we've been through. The battlefields, the jungles, the alien ruins, the desert. All we've lost. I can't believe we're finally here. The goddamn signal I heard the day we landed, and still... none of it makes any sense.
Oh, I think I'm starting to put it all together. The way the packs controlled the anomaly with their obelisks, they are what kept the planet's energy in check. They were the balance. But when Monroy stopped the packs from using the obelisks out of pure fear of what he couldn't understand, the anomaly spread like wildfire across the planet, the storms surging out of control, mutating everything.
All this time thinking we were gonna reach a place beyond the anomaly. Only to find the place it all started. Where Monroy started it. Monroy, his people, who the hell were they?
My father told me about the hordes. Thousands climbing over each other, trying to reach the Flores as it launched.
They're the ones who got left behind. And half of them probably slaughtered the rest for a last seat on the Caravel. Tanner and Yakum, we all should have been down there with the rest. Hopeless, drowning in chaos. Nothing but dictators and madmen set loose.
If the Caravel's engine hadn't exploded and killed most of the Outriders.
We would have been the ones left on Earth. 2 more soldiers in Monroy's damn army, fighting for any way off the Earth. Coming here to slaughter the Pax. And screwing up the whole damn planet before you all ever set foot on it. I'm inside the ship. It's still operational. Whatever's playing the signal, it's in here. Let's finish this together.
Let's finish this. The end of the road, one way or another.
Despite everything, we've brought the uplink all this way. I wish Jane could see us.
You must! 37.5673 degrees north. 22.80116 degrees east. Mayday!
Listen.
Mayday! Hailing the...
Signal. We're here.
37.5673 degrees north. 22.80116 degrees east. Mayday! Mayday! Hailing the... You must...
It works.
37.5673 degrees north.
Oh God, it works. Someone hit the lights.
Mayday! Mayday!
Look. It's exactly as I saw it. As we saw it.
China, that's not real. That's this planet, all right, but it's long gone.
No. No, get the fuck off.
Go away. I'm in no mood for this today.
You okay?
You're here. I had imagined this so many times. Never you.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Monroy?
But how? How did this ship get here before us?
How do you think? You people left us to die as the Earth crumbled. But I don't die so easy, do I? No, we built a new engine. An engine that shamed all others before it. So while you were still crawling through deep space, we were already here. Oh, you should have seen it. Their primitive civilization, the natives, they treated us like gods.
Yeah. I've seen what you did to the natives.
Oh, I see now. This isn't a rescue. Why didn't you come when we sent out the distress call? Huh? It's 30 years since the Flores arrived in our skies. 30 years surviving in this hell.
This hell was because of you. My entire life trapped in that valley, slaughtering each other for nothing. You robbed our people of hope before we even got here.
Now, don't flatter yourselves. You were as capable of every wickedness. The Pax weren't as docile as they looked. They had powers. So much power. Things I had to understand.
So you just rounded them up? You tortured them, you son of a bitch.
Are you really so naive? How long before those creatures tired of us? Before they turned against us? They would have had us on our bloody knees. All that I wanted was their powers. For us. For all of us. So that we could survive, so we could be strong. Don't you see? We lost the Earth because we were meant for something more. But for the grace of I go you, my child. Do you think that you would be standing there with the powers of a god if it hadn't been for me? All that I've done for humanity. I saved us.
You cursed us.
But I won.
It's done. Fuck him.
No more wasting time. I have to tap the uplink into the caravel's power so we can reach the Flores before we...
Shit. He found us. We gotta go.
No, leave me. I have to do this.
Do what you gotta do, Doc. That door won't hold long.
Outrider, if that beast cracks this ship's hull, we lose electronics, we lose the pods, we lose everything.
I'll take care of it. You just get those pods down.
Zahidi! Talk to me!
Still transmitting the launch code. Hold on.
Hurry it up!
What's happening in there?
It's working! I've contacted the Flores. Transmitting the first launch codes. Now!
God damn it, Doc! We can't hold them!
This place is gonna blow!
Almost there. Almost there!
Tahiti, get out of there! We have to leave!
I can't! I have to transmit the codes!
My gun! Get me my gun! Get out of here, Tahiti! You'll be trapped!
The pods are more important than me!
Get in! I'm not losing any more friends.
Oh, shit. I guess it's over.
The signal. The uplink. It was all for nothing.
Wait, guys, look. Over there.
The pods? It worked?
You did it.
My God. I guess some of the commands went through after all.
Well, like I always say, it ain't over till it's over.
What the hell? Monroy's people?
No, I don't think so.
Who are you?
We're from the war zone. Are you the Outriders?
We heard tales about an altered Outriders opening the frontier, finding a cure in the forest. We've been following your trail since the war zone.
So, what now?
We keep moving. Pods! They did it. The fuckers did it.
In the end, only Monroy and a small group with him survived the slaughter outside the walls. They hid in the caravel for decades, waiting for rescue from the Flores.
So sorry to disappoint them. Clearly things didn't go any better inside the ship.
Nope. Supplies ran out, and they hunted each other down one by one, until only Monroy was left.
A fitting end.
You okay?
What's going on, Tiago?
I had a daughter once. Small little critter, about this tall. Having a baby in the trenches, it was stupid. We knew it. She was so frightened of it all, the gunfire, the storms, monsters. When I tell her stories, pretend it was all just a game. But if we won, we'd win a prize. But she wanted to know what the prize was. I told her there was a place out there, far from all that mud and death. I promised I'd take her there. It was winter when she tried to stop the bleeding. I held her until... It's okay, Papa, she told me. You can still win the prize. I promised her there were no monsters. I promised the same to August. Yet I brought them both into a world full of monsters.
I'm sorry. Friend.
Thank you, Outrider.